Hi, it's Amy Simpson from Breathe, Believe, Achieve, and today I wanted to talk about doing your best. There's a lovely book that I often recommend to a lot of my clients that I work with called The Four Agreements, and The Four Agreements is by Don Miguel Ruiz, and I want to focus on one agreement this morning. And the agreement that I want you to is actually the fourth agreement, and it's about doing our best. And this is something, it's kind of words that we often kind of throw around about, the importance of doing our best. I tell my children, just do your best. Yeah, it's part of our everyday vocabulary. It's part of what we talk about all of the time. But actually, in the four agreements, what there's a recognition for is to do our best with what we have available to us today. And that recognises that every day, depending on how we're feeling, maybe what our health is like, if we're in good health or we're maybe feeling a bit unwell or we're recovering from being unwell. Also dependent on our energy levels, if we've slept well, if we're now feeling nice and refreshed. Our best changes every day. Our best never stays the same. It is very much dependent on what we have available. So every day, our intention can be what we can only do our best with what we have available to us in this moment. And remembering that will change, that our best will fluctuate maybe throughout the day, or our best will definitely fluctuate from day to day. So doing the best with what we have available to us in that day. But often when you think about that, what tends to happen is that we have kind of benchmarked a day when maybe we'd had a brilliant night's sleep, our mind was quite clear, we were just kind of in the flow, there wasn't a lot of external stress, there wasn't a lot of internal stress, and we actually just seemed to be able to get loads of things done, or we felt like we were kind of on fire. We were just like, yep, I know exactly what I'm doing. The day when all of the pieces just came together. And we kind of benchmark that with like, well, that's my best. So we kind of set this expectation of that every day I need to be doing that in order to be doing my best. And if I'm not achieving that and I'm not showing up as that version of myself, then I'm not doing my best. And that's really harsh, and that means that we're starting from that place of quite often the likelihood of us being able to replicate that day every single day is slim to none. So we have to just recognise how we are today, and a lot of what we've been doing through the Create and Calm programme, and certainly in the one-to-one sessions, is really helping to notice where is the mind, what emotions are here, how does my body feel. So really connecting in with where we are today, what's going on for us today, being honest and compassionate with ourselves around that, and then recognising, okay, so this is the capacity that I have today. This is the emotional capacity, the physical capacity, the mental capacity that I have today. So what my intention is just to do the best with that. And at the end of the day, if I can think, well, I did the best with what I had available to me today, then that is enough. That is enough. I have done my best today. And tomorrow that might be different, or tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow it will be different. But I've done my best with what is available to me today. So just maybe think about that when you're kind of having that kind of expectation about I must do my best. Just maybe check in and notice what we're benchmarking that best against. We should never benchmark it against anybody else, because we're all individuals. We all bring our own gifts and strengths into that. So recognizing that it's not about benchmarking it against that one day or those handful of moments that we can think of, but just using what's available to us today and doing the best with what we have available right now. And it's always enough. It's always enough. I hope that helps.